Hey guys, in today's video we're going to show you our new release of the Take Back Orders module. So this module is really great for take back programs for larger companies that have a lot of employees. So typically what's going to happen is you're going to give access to a specific individual of the company that is going to manage the take back program for their company. So what this means is they're going to have remote employees that are going to have equipment that potentially due to turnover or other reasons, equipment needs to be picked up and shipped back to the recycling program. So that would go back to your ITAD, your recycler. So imagine I'm a IT manager. I come in, I'm going to go over to the take back order screen. In this screen, we're going to hit schedule take back. Now this allows the IT manager to set up a remote return. So they have a couple options. They could say, hey, I need you to ship me a box, or provide my own box. If they're going to provide their own box, you'll just get an order and email them a shipping label. If you need to ship them a box, they can indicate how many boxes they need, and over here they'll be able to indicate their name. I'm going to put my email address here, and they'll be able to indicate a phone number. Next, we'll select an address and estimated shipping weight. So if they're going to ship something, potentially a laptop and a phone, will be 8 pounds. Next, we'll set up a preferred pickup date. So let's say they want to, have the pickup scheduled for next Thursday. They could do that. Now, under the inventory equipment list, they'll be able to select what type of equipment they're returning. They can hit add to specify other types of equipment and additional quantities. Now, if there's something that's not listed here, you'll be able to add in the equipment notes. Now, once done, they're going to hit schedule order. Now, this is going to schedule an order in the system. It's going to send an automatic email to the IT manager and to the individual that's listed as the remote contact. Plus, the sales rep of this specific account will get an email, and he'll be able to act upon it and go through the workflow that's set up in Razor. So in the next steps, we're going to go into Razor and process this order through the workflows that were built. Now, before we switch over to the Razor side, there's also another page that's called Orders, and this is going to manage every take-back order that's ever been scheduled. So you'll be able to see previous orders, what inbound order number it potentially came in on, the date the order was created, and you'll also be able to track the tracking information on how it was shipped and what was the tracking numbers of the box being returned and shipped to the client and back to the recycler. So you have a lot of information here, and they have the ability to customize these columns. So if there's things not needed, they'd be able to pull them out and save that view. So now we're going to switch over to the Razor screen. So now that we're back in Razor, in order to find that order, you're going to go to Recycling, and you're going to hit the Take Back Orders menu. This is going to open up the Take Back Order screen, which has some pre-built in workflows. So you have different statuses that track the shipments. So you have pending shipments, which means these are orders that need to be processed and shipped to the client. Need details, different status that potentially you have to call the client and update some information. Then there's an in transit. Shipped means it's been shipped to the client and it's pending. You have a received, which means you received it into the facility. And completed will move to the completed tab once the order has been received into the system. The box has been received and audited, so that would automatically push it to completed. So we'll start out on the pending screen, and you can see that order 112, which was the order we just created here, and you can see the time it was created, and we'll be able to double click it to process the order. So here you'll be able to see it's a box and return label needed, the date, and then you have your different statuses. Things to note is client provided information. You can see the email address, the requester, and the remote location name. Over here you have your estimated weights, box requested, and type of equipment coming back. This screen right here, or this position, is you're going to be shipping from Razor to the client. So this means you're going to be shipping potentially an empty box with the return label. So this is the address, which would be your site, and you're shipping over to the client's address. Here you could select the carrier, how you want to ship. In this case, we're going to ship FedEx Ground. And we're going to set up the dimensions of the box. So we'll ship a 20 by 20 by half-inch box here. And the weight will be 1 pound. Once you're ready, you're going to hit ship. Now, once it's shipped, you're going to have tracking information that gets recorded here. And we're also going to keep track of what the estimated shipping cost is, so you'll be able to track the exact expense for this take-back program. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to move from the return label, which is important. So if you're going to be shipping, not shipping a box, but your client's going to pack a box and they just need a return label, this would have come in where it says only return labels needed. If that was the case, it would just tell you where you're shipping the label to, or where to label the origination address, and it's shipping back to your facility. If that was the case, you'll be able to switch over to FedEx here. And then what we're going to do, we'll set up the box. If it was a 20 by 20, and let's say it was a 12-inch box they're shipping, and we estimated about 10 pounds, you'd be able to indicate that and hit ship. And over here, we need to select the class of shipment. And once we hit ship, that will generate the tracking number. So it says it would cost $20 to ship back to your facility. You'll have the opportunity to preview the label here. And the other option is we would email directly to the client. So when you hit email, it would do an automatic email to the client. If they're going to ship multiple boxes, you could have added additional packages and shipped it. So that's how you do the shipments here. And if you needed to, you'd be able to update the status if it didn't update. But in this case, you could see it's in transit, and you could close out of the screen now. And you can see the order here was moved in transit, and it was given a inbound order number, which eventually you'll receive in the Razor, going through the recycling inbound order screen and follow the standard receiving and auditing process. So this module provides you with a very seamless ability to provide a take-back program and track all the costs associated to this, and then charge your client appropriately. So that's how you use the take-back module.